Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Model Kit Review. In today's fun classic model kit review, we will be looking at Otaki's Ki-84 Frank in 1/48 scale. This is Otaki kit number 7. This kit was also released by a company called Ari. The Nakajima Ki-84 is widely recognized as one of the best Japanese World War II fighter aircraft. Fortunately for the Allies during the war, the low-quality aviation fuel that was available for the Japanese fighters, the poor quality spark plugs, and the inconsistent heat treatment and quality of the parts that were available for the Ki-84 really kept serviceability on these aircraft to a low level. And oftentimes, even ones that were airworthy were not up to the performance standards that they should have been. The Ki-84 has been well served by the Japanese model kit manufacturers, with Otaki, Tamiya, and Hasegawa all releasing 1/48 scale Ki-84s. In this model kit review, we'll be looking at the built-up kit. We'll also take a look at the kit instructions and go through those. We'll take a look at the surface detailing on the exterior of the kit. We'll take a look at the parts that are included in the kit on the parts trees. We'll talk about the detailing on the interior of the aircraft and the transparencies that are included with the kit. We'll also look at the color and marking guide that comes on the kit, and we'll talk about the decals that are included with the kit. We will take a look at the detailing on the small parts that are included with the kit, and we'll also talk about any problem areas to watch out for. Looking at the parts tree breakdown here, we can see that there are 3 sprues of plastic parts and a transparent cockpit canopy. You can see this kit is not parts heavy. There was not a lot of flash on the parts, and the parts cleaned up quickly and easily. Looking at the kit instructions, step 1 has you joining the upper and lower wings. Since this is an older build for me, I completed this step as it shows in the instructions. If I were to build this kit again, I would glue the upper wings to the fuselage halves first to ensure a very good wing root fit. Step 2 just covers assembly of the cockpit interior. And step 3 has you installing the cockpit interior into the fuselage half. It would be helpful to get a copy of the Hasegawa Ki-84 kit instructions just for the paint references on the aircraft. You can see in this picture that there's a little bit visible through the cockpit canopy, but the canopy is fairly thick and there's not going to be much of the interior visible through the kit canopy. Step 4 has you closing up the fuselage halves, and in step 5 we are joining the wing to the fuselage and adding the elevators as well. Honestly, the fit on these parts was really good. I didn't have any major gaps or seams to fill in these areas. In step 6, we're completing the cockpit interior and adding the transparencies. In step 7, we're just adding the cooling flaps and exhaust to the engine cowl. In step 8, we're assembling the engine. Even though this is a closely cowled aircraft, there is a little bit of the engine detail visible through the cowling here. In step 9, we're mounting the engine and the forward cowling to the aircraft. In step 10, we're assembling the auxiliary fuel tanks and the main landing gear. In step 11, we are adding these parts to the airframe, as well as the underchin oil cooler. The fit of everything here was fine. I didn't have any fit issues with any of these parts. The landing gear wheel wells are on the shallow side, and they don't have realistic detailing in them. It's more of a caricature there. In step 12, we're adding the tail wheel and the tail wheel doors. This part is delicate, so you just want to be careful handling the airframe after installing this part. In step 13, we're adding all of the final bits, and that includes the guns, the pitot tube, and the prop. And we're also adding the decals to the aircraft. As for the decals themselves, I was not able to use the kit decals. I actually used decals from a Tamiya Ki-84, and those went down without any problems. While the color and marking guide has some RLM numbers referenced, the actual colors on this aircraft should be Japanese Army green over Japanese Army gray or bare aluminum. I followed the kit instructions and painted this one RLM 65 underneath, but I'm pretty sure that is not correct. The surface detail on this kit is very rivet heavy. It doesn't look bad under a coat of dark paint, and when I initially built this kit, I was very happy with the way that it turned out. From an accuracy standpoint, I would say that this is the least accurate, with the Tamiya kit being a little bit more accurate and the Hasegawa Ki-84 being much more accurate. With that said, I had a lot of fun building this kit. It was really fun trying to weather this kit and make it look nice. I'm happy with the way it turned out, even though this is one of my older builds. There were no construction challenges during the build, and this was a great kit for me to build at the time. I was just getting back into scale modeling, and this was a great kit to practice my modeling skills on. This kit is inexpensive. There are lots of them still available. This kit would make a great first 1/48 scale aircraft build, and I can recommend it accordingly. The only real downside with the kit is the kit decals, and fortunately there are lots of aftermarket decals available for the Ki-84. Well, I'd love to know what you guys think. If any of you have built the Otaki or Ari Ki-84 previously, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, model on.